Hello. If you found this video, then you're off to a good start. Welcome to Composition 2, Comp 106 through Des Moines Area Community College. My name is Jenny Kerns, and I will be your instructor for this course this summer. This is I want to say the 6th year that I've taught this class. So I wanted to take just a couple of moments and go through and reiterate some of the things that are going to be super important. And also, because I've taught this for a number of years, I can kind of anticipate some of the questions or problems that you might have. So if you give me about 5 minutes of your time here, I will talk a little bit about how the course is going to work. And I'll make you aware of some things that hopefully will make it a little bit easier. Okay, forgive me, I'm looking at notes and then looking at a list of the Blackboard page right now. So each Wednesday morning, it's going to be Tuesday this week just because that's when access happens for everyone's courses. But normally on Wednesday mornings, each week, and I have the content divided by weeks, and there are 10 weeks and then the final. And so each Wednesday morning in the content area on Blackboard, there will be a new folder that becomes available, and it will be labeled week 1, week 2, and so on. And that will have the list or agenda of items for that week. And it will also then beneath that have all of the links, all of the information, all the details on those specific items that we're going to be doing each week. So right now, for instance, I'm going to go through the agenda for this week for you, just so you can, see how this is going to work. Again, so you would want to make sure that you're logging in as close to Wednesday as possible. Usually everything's due then the following Tuesday, and then again, the next week's course would come out the next morning or next week's material. But there are times when we're peer editing later in the course where you'll actually have to log on and submit items twice during the course of the week. So that's not going to be for a couple of weeks, but at the same time, just be aware of that. At the very least, though, get on as quickly as possible, as close to Wednesday as you can. So this week's agenda has the first and most important thing is to go and read the syllabus. Now this is going to be linked. This link is going to be available Tuesday morning after 10 a.m., Tuesday the 26th. I have a couple of things I want to tweak with it in the morning when I get on campus, and then I'm going to have that loaded up. Also, as again I mentioned a time, all of our times are going to be based on Central Standard Time. Which is where our campus is located. So just a little FYI for that. I know many of you go home to other areas of the country or even other areas of the world over the summer and take this course. So that's totally fine. I just want us all to be kind of on the same page. So read the syllabus carefully. The syllabus is kind of your how-to, how this entire thing is going to work. I try to be extremely explicit, very, very specific about the way that things are going to work. The syllabus is all of how it's going to work, and it gives you a little bit of information about the assignments. So there is a detailed weekly assignment sheet at the back that will give you an idea of the overview, but the details of each assignment are going to be in each week's content folder. So just be aware of that. After you look at the syllabus, please take the syllabus quiz. Then there's an informational piece on MLA formatting. That's the format that DMAC uses in both Comp 1 and Comp 2 courses. There's a short quiz after that as well. Your first writing exercise. You'll have, as you see in the syllabus, you'll have larger major writing assignments. There will be 3 of those in the course of the semester. And those are, 1,000+ words, and you'll get really specific information about those later. But this first week, you're just going to start with a writing exercise, and there'll be 5 or 6 of those in the course of the semester, depending on how busy we get. And those are shorter. They need to be at least 275 words and shouldn't be over 500. And each one is a little different. So each week that that I introduce that, you'll have the information about it. But this one asked you to tell me a little bit about your story and where you're coming from. So information on writing exercise 1 is there. You do need to read chapter 1 in the book. Yes, the book is required. We do a lot out of the book, especially in the first half to, 3/4 of the class. So that is important. So there'll be a reading and response activity. Again, details are in the content folder. And each week I'm going to have a little, you'll either have a video like this, or I should say, like this week there are both. There are a little bit of instructor notes, I guess, basically, where anything I think I can go through and kind of reiterate or make clearer, I try to do that for you. So please take the time to do both of these things. Also, I'll have a link here to get you to the video on YouTube, but it will, make sure you're watching this year's video. I have them from previous years as well, and I don't want you to get dates mixed up. So please, please make sure you're watching the right week, the right year, and go from there. All right, a couple of other things to be aware of, okay? I don't accept late work. This is actually the same in my face-to-face composition courses as well. I teach both Comp 1 and 2. Online, there's just no, we are shoving 16 weeks worth of material, 15 weeks of material into 10 weeks, and you just can't get behind. Also, I have no concept of whether the great excuse that you're telling me is, it's just, I don't want to be put in a position where I have to decide who has the better excuse than someone else. So no late work. If you miss an assignment, it's not going to be the end of the world. You miss a lot of assignments, it's going to really, really affect your grade. So just stay on top of it, okay? And with that in mind, I want you to really think about what it takes to take an online class. You do have to be self-motivated. You do have to be someone who's like, you know, I'm going to put aside this much time a week to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do. I have to log in. I'll be reporting to DMAC when there are long gaps where people aren't logging in. To me, that's kind of like a number of absences, and I'll kind of send a little note to the counselor at DMAC and say, you may want to check and see where this person is. So this is really important that you stay on top of it. Also, taking an online course assumes a certain level of computer skills. Okay, it's not a computer class. All right. If you have trouble with Blackboard, like using Blackboard, there is all of you, when you sign into Blackboard, along the side of your view where it lists your classes, at the bottom there's also a Blackboard orientation tab. And if you need to, take some time and look through that, because it's got great information about how to submit assignments and things like that. Okay. But again, just taking an online class in general does assume a certain level of computer skills. That being said, also, I can't help you with tech issues, like if you're having trouble logging in or your password isn't working. I'm going to recommend that you go to tech at DMAC. Go to dmac.edu, and one of the first tabs you'll see across the top is tech support, and they can definitely help you. I don't have any access, unfortunately, to that sort of thing. So just to let you know. Another thing, it's summer, it's crazy, plan ahead. I know I'm going to be out of town like 6 different times in the course of the summer. However, I'll still be logging in. I'll, do things ahead of time if need be. That's what you need to do as well. So, if you're planning on being in the North Woods for 2 weeks this summer with no internet access, this course is probably not for you. However, it's easier and easier to stay online wherever you are. Even if you are far away from home, there are cafes, there are libraries, you can hotspot off your phone. Many of us can do that. So just kind of plan ahead. Don't get yourself in a situation you're like, oh, I thought I was going to have internet and I don't have internet. Let's see. Also, I have had students that move suddenly in the middle of the semester, and they'll say, I'm sorry, I won't be able to log in for 2 weeks. Well, you're going to have to, or you're going to miss 2 weeks worth of material. So like I said, have a backup plan. Have a backup plan. If you suddenly don't have internet at your house for 2 weeks, you need to know where to go to get it. Okay, so please, please think about that. Let's see, what else? I want you guys to feel free to contact me if you have questions at all. When you do, please make sure, the easiest way to start out is emailing me. Then if it seems like from our conversation we need to chat either over the phone or via Skype or something like that, we can absolutely do that. When you email me though, please remind me which comp course you're in, because I teach a couple of classes, like I said, and I don't want to answer your question and then go, oh, wait a minute, that was the wrong class. And trust me, that has happened before. So please make sure when you email me, and even in the subject line, you can say Comp 2 question or something like that. That's super helpful for me. And I'm always going to say, first of all, did you look at Blackboard? So before you email me with questions, look at Blackboard, look at the assignments, read the description of the assignment. But if there's anything that's unclear after that, by all means, please let me know. I'd be happy to clarify if I can. Let's see. Oh, also, I am a full-time instructor and I'm teaching full-time this summer. I'm on the Newton campus, and I know some of you are Newton students. And again, like I said, some of you will be on the other side of the world while you're taking this class this summer. If you are in the area and would like to meet, I'm very, very willing to do so. In fact, I'm in the Academic Achievement Center on the Newton campus from 9 to 2, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday each week this summer. As I said, in addition to that, I have office hours at the end of each of those days for a couple of hours. I'm going to be on campus a lot. So even if we can't meet face to face, I'd be happy to set up a phone meeting with you, or set up something via Skype, because sometimes it's just kind of nice to put a face with a paper. How's that? So yeah, at this point, I know this is a lot. I know you're gonna look at it and go, wow. But if you give yourself a chance, make sure that you are staying on top of it. Make sure that you're being self-motivated. And if I can clarify anything for you, again, look through the materials really, really carefully. But if something is not clear, by all means, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help you out with that. So if you're looking at this, everything should be up and running. And I hope that you enjoy the class. I think I've set it up in a pretty user-friendly way. I noticed that I said 5 minutes and we're now at 11, so sorry about that. But I hope you have a great week, and I hope your semester is off to a great start. So thanks a lot.